My photos used to suck. And not in a I'm being humble kind of way. I mean, they were bad. Perfectly sharp, beautifully exposed, but completely forgettable. And I couldn't figure out why. Until one day, it finally clicked. Hey, I'm Moshe Levis, a landscape photographer, just like you. If you've ever looked at your photos and thought, why does this not feel like what I saw? You're not alone. Today I want to share the one realization that completely changed the way I shoot, and honestly, the way I see the world. It's not about your camera, it's not about editing, it's something much deeper. When I first got into photography, I was obsessed with doing everything right. You know, rule of thirds, golden hour, tack sharp focus, perfect horizon. I'd spend hours planning, driving, setting up, all to capture what I thought was the perfect landscape. And technically, I did. But when I look back at the photos, they just didn't move me. Imagine spending all day cooking a meal that looks like a Michelin dish, but when you taste it, there's no flavor. That was my portfolio. Technically perfect, emotionally empty. I remember posting one image, sunset, mountain reflection, the works. It got likes, sure, but deep down I knew it didn't say anything. Here's the truth I didn't want to admit back then. I was photographing what I thought people wanted to see, not what I actually felt. My photos were about pleasing the algorithm, not expressing anything real. I was copying, not connecting. For example, I'd see a popular Instagram shot of a waterfall and think, okay, I'll go find my waterfall. But the more I did that, the less my photo sounded like me. It's like singing someone else's song. You can hit every note, but it'll never sound like your voice. Then one morning, foggy, cold, no light at all, I decided to go shoot anyway. Everything was dull and gray. I thought, why am I even out here? But as I stood there, I started noticing how the fog muted the sound of the river, how the air felt thick, heavy, almost like the world was whispering. I lifted the camera and took a few quiet shots. Nothing epic, nothing Instagrammable. But when I looked at those photos later, they felt real. They felt like that morning. That's when it hit me. Great photos don't start with what you see. They start with what you feel. Since that day, my entire approach changed. I stopped chasing dramatic light and started chasing connection. I asked myself before every shot, why does this scene matter to me? And that question changed everything. For example, now when I shoot waves, I'm not just trying to freeze motion. I'm trying to capture that rhythm, that mix of chaos and calm that reminds me of breathing. When I photograph mountains, I don't just see height. I see silence, patience, stillness. Think of it like writing. Composition and exposure are grammar. They make your sentences readable. But emotion, that's what makes someone keep reading. And once I started shooting like that, something weird happened. People began to feel what I felt. Comments like, this photo makes me feel calm. I can smell the rain. That's when I knew. The photos finally had a pulse. So if you feel like your photos are missing something, stop worrying about how they look. Ask how they feel. Start with emotion first and let the technique follow. Step 1. Don't chase locations. Chase moments. Step 2. Instead of asking, where's the light best? Ask, where do I feel something right now? Step 3. Edit to amplify mood, not perfection. Because perfection is boring, but feeling is timeless. When I look at my early photos now, I don't cringe anymore. They remind me where I started, trying to be perfect instead of present. And maybe that's the real lesson. Your photos will stop sucking the moment you start being honest. Honest with yourself, honest with the moment, honest with the story you're trying to tell. So here's my challenge for you. Go shoot something you care about, not what social media says you should. And if this video helped you see photography differently, drop a comment below, because The first 1,000 people who comment who get a free Mosh Planner. It's the same planner I use to plan my shoots, organize locations, and build stories around every photo I take. So comment now, and let's make your next photo mean something.